Hi, my name is Fred E. McMichaels. That's not my real name. It's the pen name I use when writing science fiction. It also happens to be the name of one of the main characters in a book I want to talk to you about. I actually started writing science fiction many years ago as a mental diversion from my day job as a software developer. When the company I was working for moved 1,000 jobs to Texas from my hometown in upstate New York, rather than uproot my family, I started my own consulting business. But that meant putting my science fiction writing hobby on hold. This year, 2018, I finally got back and finished that book more than 20 years after starting it. It's titled A Quiet Little Town. In this video, I want to tell you a little bit about the book and an unexpected power I discovered from writing it. Almost all of the characters in the book are based on real people I have met during my lifetime. And I tell a number of short stories in the book based on actual incidents that occurred. But as the story unfolds, it quickly moves into the realm of my imagination. Now, the reason I tell stories that actually happened is because of something I learned coaching software teams, and that is the fact that the truth is often far better than any stories we can possibly make up. And by better, I mean more interesting and more believable. And the reason that is important is because the type of science fiction I am writing isn't the type that is way out there, completely unbelievable, but rather the type that is on the cutting edge of being possible from a technology or medical research perspective. Now, you might be wondering what got me interested in writing this type of science fiction. I constantly hear from clients, friends, family members about frustration and helplessness they often feel with respect to some problem they're facing at work or in their personal life. I have discovered that science fiction writing can be an avenue to problem solving. Let me give you an example. A problem the academic community constantly faces today is how to prepare computer science students for the real-world challenges they will face in industry. You can extend this problem to preparing any student for any life challenge upon graduation. It seems that the best many universities are able to do today is set up mock exercises with students role-playing. But unfortunately, these toy projects too often fall short in providing the realistic environments that the students will really face once they leave the university. In my story, two teenagers appear to get sucked into a computer-controlled virtual world created by their father, specifically to help his children learn better decision-making skills under stressful situations. As I wrote this story, I kept thinking about the problem of preparing computer science students for the challenges they would face in industry. It occurred to me that today, literally with the flip of a switch, incredibly realistic virtual worlds are being activated where our military trains our future warfighters. In these virtual worlds, the student is presented with challenging, realistic wartime situations where they learn to handle large amounts of information, making rapid and accurate decisions under stressful conditions. Now, what's interesting about this is that it also occurred to me that there are a surprising number of similarities between the skills needed by the warfighter on the battlefield and a software developer in industry. In thinking about all this, it also occurred to me that it would not be too far-fetched to envision a world where computer science students, with the flip of a switch or possibly the click of a mouse, found themselves engaged in a virtual software project battlefield where they were presented with realistic software project information and where they learned to make rapid and accurate decisions under realistic conditions similar to what they would find themselves in industry. What I hope you take away from this video is the fact that when you are the author of your own story, you have the power to envision a world however you want to see it. And when you create science fiction that is on the cutting edge, what is science fiction today just might be the world we all find ourselves in tomorrow.